Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling at this point, I think you guys are just feeling sad and disappointed. I mean, yesterday's game was just one of our worst games, but I mentioned it in my preview. If you haven't checked it out, please make sure you do. I mean, I mentioned that Brighton will still give us a challenge. I mean, teams like Brighton, teams like Burnley, they look for draws, and a draw for them is enough, and that is exactly what happened yesterday. I mean, in terms of the attempted shots, they had more attempted shots. In terms of possession, they had more possession. They deserved to have a goal in this game, and when they finally got a goal, there was nothing we would have done about it. And this is the problem with Chelsea. Now we have numerous opportunities, but we just cannot do the clinical finishing. The clinical finishing is eating us. Now Mancity has run away with 8 points. Mancity are clear of 8 points, and at this point, it's just doomsday for us. Our next two fixtures is Liverpool and Mancity, and guys, really, Chelsea, really? After that great goal from Lukaku, a few mistakes inside the game, what happened to Callum Hudson-Odoi? Now, I was watching that one-on-one with the goalkeeper. What a beautiful opportunity. What a beautiful opportunity. Now, he would have just remained composed. You know, even the keeper would see that, yeah, this guy is just looking a bit mad. He didn't even have to get to the goalkeeper because the defender did his job and just stopped the ball. And there's nothing we would have done about it. Now, if we count that goal, that would have been our second goal. And if we had taken that, because that was our surest, almost not completed goal, because if we scored that goal, we would have been leading by 2 goals, and if Brighton would have scored their first goal, we still have won the game. But look at how we played. Now, I was so happy that Liverpool dropped points against Leicester by losing the game. Man City did not drop points because they won the game against Brentford. I was expecting a bigger margin, but then Brentford was still a strong squad, and they only allowed Man City to score 1 goal. Now, this is supposed to be Chelsea. This is what we are supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be allowing these squads, like if we're not able to win the likes of Brighton, if we're not able to win the likes of Burnley, how are we supposed to be able to win the likes of Man City? We are facing Liverpool and Man City next, and it's not going to be an easy game. There's a possibility that Mendy will possibly not even be there for the Liverpool game, because he's supposed to be reporting on duty on 3rd and the game is on 2nd. Now, this was our last game of the year, but it just ended. It was just infuriating. I am disappointed with how this game went. I can't believe we had a draw at home. This was supposed to be a win, even though not a show win. A win, even though by 2-1, I'd have taken it. Because clean sheet is not our thing anymore, you know? I'd have taken it, but just gave away this game, and of course we are suffering injuries. And Thomas Tuchel mentioned in the press conference after there was a clear penalty that the referee did not even check. But you know, some fans will say, some haters or fans will say that these are just excuses, but I'll be dissecting what happened in the game yesterday. So this will be my review. If you enjoyed this content and you like how I give it to you back to back, the way Chelsea is conceding goals and collecting draws, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Now let's jump right into it. For the starting 11, a bit similar with mine, but we were lacking players, and the likes of Trevor Chalobah did not start because I feel like probably they were being rested for the Liverpool game. But then this game, guys, it's just a bad game. Overall, it's a bad game. Now, in terms of starting 11, let's jump right into it. We had 3-4-2-1 formation with Mendy in goal. Then we had for the back three Rudiger, Christensen, and then we had Aspilicueta. I was not expecting Aspi to start, but who will we start? Thiago Silva is out on injury. As I said, Trevor Chalobah was probably being rested, but he still had to come in due to the fact that we still have so many cases of injuries. Even in this game, we had an injury case, 2 injury cases. So now we are just being knocked down, and it's frustrating, honestly. It's infuriating, and it's just disappointing. Now, in terms of the midfield, for this midfield, there was a new entry in terms of how the players were rotated. Now, Reece James played for the left wing back role, At the pivot, we had Kovacic and Jorginho, who I felt like they would have held that midfield a little bit more strongly, but it was just not it for me. Then in terms of the right wing back, we had Callum Hudson-Odoi. Then in terms of the front three, we had Pulisic, Mason Mount, and then up front we had Lukaku. Now, this game was all bits annoying, all bits confusing, but here's the thing, we just did not perform. We just did not give our best, and we would have converted more goals towards the first half, towards the second half. Great opportunity from Aspilicueta. The spaces were too tight, and then he was not comfortable enough, so he was not able to finish the goal. Then we had a corner at the same moment, and then Rudiger just nicked in the header just directly to the goalkeeper's hands. Now this game for me, all bits wrong, all tad bits wrong. We started the game, Brighton had the high pressing game. They were really marking the players one-on-one. They had more possession, but then somehow we just nicked in a corner through Mason Mount with the assist. Lukaku with the header, we scored our goal. 26 minutes, I think, okay, it's still too early because the game can go either way, and that is exactly how it went. This is the problem with Chelsea. We get comfortable after we score a goal. The thing that really annoyed me the most about this game was the fact that despite us, after we scored the first goal, we did not have any more attempts till I think the 80th minute, we did not have any more attempts. So it was just Brighton attempting shots to Brighton. So how the hell will they not have scored? I mean, if you keep attempting, eventually you're gonna score. And that is what happened. That is exactly what happened. And we just literally gave out 2 points for no good reason. We were supposed to end this year on a high, and you'd see from the players, the faces, they were disappointed. And I don't know why they were disappointed when they're the ones who play. Yes, we have so many we have cases of COVID, we have injuries and all that, but so do other teams, so do other players, so do other squads, but they still show up. I mean, this was a super substitution that was made in the 91st minute. 91st minute was when this goal was scored. Really? 91st minute was when Danny Welbeck just decided, you know what? We'll just have to finish this with a 1-1 draw. You'll have to take it like that. We'll have to share points, and it was absolutely annoying. Absolutely annoying. What will we do? I mean, okay, Reece James, during halftime, Reece James had to come out due to injury. No, during the gameplay, Reece James had to come out due to injury, so Alonso had to replace him. Then, the same side that Reece James left was where Alonso came in, and it's the same left side that we were scored from. I don't know, I noticed that the players were booing Alonso. I don't know what's going on with the whole Alonso thing, but we need to start left wing backs. Now Emerson will have to come back, because when he was there, he was not getting minutes. This is why he requested to leave on loan. Because if I'm not getting minutes, I might as well go on loan, play for a team that I'll probably be getting minutes, but we have to call him back. We have to call him back, and apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea are already in talks with Dini from Everton, and we should do it as soon as possible. Sign the player as soon as possible, make all the signings as soon as possible. If we need to spend more money, let's spend more money. If we do have to do a fundraiser as Chelsea fans, we will do it. But we are struggling. We are absolutely struggling. This is not even a laughing matter, because our next games, you know how it goes with all these big games, all these derbies, it can either go two ways, either a loss or a draw. And at this point, one of the commentators mentioned that the title race is still open for anybody, but I don't think so. I absolutely don't think so. This Premier League has been sealed by Mancity, and you know how they did it last season too. They've been doing it previously. So if they start the season moving forward with wins, they have had 10 consecutive wins in the last games, and there's no stopping them. How would you stop them? Tell me, how will we stop them? Now, there have been rumors that this might be Pep's last season, but the way he's playing, why would they let him go? He's winning titles for them. They might possibly extend his contract, but it is what it is. I'll have to talk about in terms of the injuries. We picked injuries. So Reece James is out with a hamstring injury. We don't know how long he'll be out, but it looks serious. Christensen had a lot of back pain, so Tropochaloba had to come in his place, but we are at crossroads. We are at crossroads as Chelsea, and we just need to recuperate. We need to come back. What happened to when we were calling the under 23 players? Some of them gave, in that game, I think it was a Leeds game, when the under 23 players came in, I felt like they challenged the elder players, because the under 23 players came in and the way they were playing was so good. When the other players, the likes of Mason Mount, came in as substitutions, they had to up their game, because they're like, yo, if we're playing like this, if these players, the under 23s are playing like this with so much zeal, so much motivation, so much energy, and we as normal players are just playing, yeah, I have my contract, I have my salary coming in, I don't have to worry about so many things. Why won't they feel challenged? And this is what I want to say. If we have to bring players from under 23 to motivate the players to play more, to open their eyes more, let us do what we have to do. But at the moment, we are struggling. We moved to second position, but Liverpool are still a game behind, and the next game we're facing is us. So they still have another game with the possibility of passing us. So I can't even celebrate this game. Anyway guys, that is in terms of my review. For my score prediction, I predicted a 2-1 win or 3-1 win for Chelsea, because I saw Brighton scoring. To be honest, I did not think we'd keep a clean sheet. A clean sheet was just okay, maybe, but I really saw Brighton scoring. So just the fact that we conceded a goal and the fact that we're not able to go a goal higher after scoring the first goal, just let us share the points, and Brighton had to take it. We will have to take it, We'll have to accept the cookies by force. How we have to accept cookies on the internet by force. Because you know what cookies are? Do you know? Just have to accept the 1 point and move. So it's really sad, but our next game, we face Liverpool and we are at home. Will the home advantage work to our favour? Can we pull a Leicester on Liverpool? Can Chelsea do that? The players will probably have to go home for probably break, but I don't know whether the break would be necessary, because I don't see the need for a break. They're still human beings, they need to relate to family and all that, New Year's, blah blah blah. But what if we allow them to go and party and relate with family and all that, then we get more cases of COVID? Huh? It's such a dilemma, and I am absolutely shattered with my team. I feel at this point we should just forgo. Let us just forgo the Premier League titles. But maybe if we forgo it, it might come back to us, or something might happen to Mancity and we might be back to the race. But at this point, with the way we are playing, the way Callum Hudson-Odoi missed the one-on-one with the goalkeeper, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I don't see it happening. So we might possibly have to settle for second or third position the way this Premier League is going. So that was my video. If you enjoyed the content, give it a thumbs up or dislike if you didn't because of our results. Subscribe while you're at it, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll be doing my results for my Premier League predictions, so be on the lookout for the video. I'll possibly drop it tomorrow, so be on the lookout, and definitely I'll be giving content back to back, so holla at your girl. Don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms. I'll be linking them in the description down below and on the screen. So till next time, Blues, let's keep up the spirits. It happens sometimes, so